Hello, everyone. My dog says hello too. I decided that I would include her in this post today. She wants to sit with me. So we are allowing that. Happy Tuesday. It's a beautiful spring day. I'm going to talk about data today. Talk about feelings and reactions and how to manage this, rather unsettling time in the world right now. But sometimes it's nice just to stick to the facts. And this follows along with one of my more consistent themes, which is keep your schedule, keep your routine. I'd like to say that, I was the only one or the first one to coin the term, like it's not canceled, but it's popping up in several places in commercials and marketing. Hope is not canceled and the sun is not canceled. And so, anyway, I digress. One of the things that helps keep you on a routine, and this goes for 365 days of the year, is your data. So I want to check your data today. So what does your data mean? What is it? What is it comprised of? So I want to talk about just your data in your movement patterns. Okay, so let's say you don't have an Apple Watch, which is fine. I happen to have one. My average mileage has gone up since I got the Apple Watch, but I don't know how much of that is because the watch is just recording every movement I do with the accelerometer technology, or if I'm actually walking and moving more because of the watch. I think it's probably, it's mostly some of each, obviously, but I don't know what percentage. But anyway, you can track your movements through, your phone GPS. You can track them through watch of some kind. You can track them through your Fitbit. I strongly, strongly advise, if you have the means, to get a Fitbit. I think you can get one for $50. These tracking watches and activity trackers are so worth the investment. So let's talk about what your data is going to tell you. So you want to go for about, they say 10,000 steps, but who counts steps? So let's just count miles. So you want to go for miles that are accumulative of 5 per day. That's about 10,000 steps, give or take. When I'm training, I've been doing about 14 a day. And that's with running and walking and just moving around. So anywhere between 10 and 14 miles a day. That's a lot. So I would say that according to, the American Heart Association and for fitness in general, that doing between 4 and 5 miles is an excellent benchmarker. So if you do split those miles up into, let's say you do 3 at night, and then you do 2 in the morning, and then you do 1 at lunchtime, then you're already at 5. And then every other movement that you do is just extra credit on top of that. You also want to be mindful of how often you're standing. So if you've been sitting down for 55 minutes, you should stand for 5 minutes. You should never find yourself sitting in a chair for longer than 55 minutes at a time. Sitting is the new smoking. Sitting is correlated statistically. Research has validated this with earlier rates of morbidity and mortality. That means you get sick and you die. Morbidity, sick, dying, mortality. So you don't want to find yourself sitting down for long periods of time. If you have a dog, that's an instant bonus because they need to get walked, so you can walk around with your dog. So start to track your data. Get a tracker. I can't emphasize this enough. It is a life changer. I had 3 Fitbits before I had the Apple Watch, and they worked just fine. They tracked my data. Write your data down or keep a log or look at your Fitbit log, whatever. Without making this post too long, because tomorrow we're going to talk about stress eating, just start to be mindful of your food data. be aware of, and I'll leave you with this simple equation of how calories are burned. So there are 3,500 calories in 1 pound. So in order to actually gain a pound, you have to have an excess of 3,500 calories, and then you will gain a pound. That's not water weight, that's real weight. Similarly, if you burn 500 calories a day on top of your BMR, so Google BMR and then enter in your data, and you can figure out how many calories you burn if you were to not move for the entire day. That's your BMR. If you burn 500 calories, of that, and that's 5 miles of walking, then you will lose a pound. And so you can do that over the course of 1 week. So in order to lose 1 pound every week, it's 5 miles of walking, and don't eat more than what that BMR says on the computer screen. Of course, you can toggle around the math on that. You can eat more and move more, whatever you want to do. But that's your baseline data for the day. And we'll be back tomorrow to talk about a little bit about stress eating. See you then. And have a good day.